Not everyone gets to say goodbye to the person who raised them and still spend the rest of their life learning how to understand them. Sometimes shadow work looks like grief, and sometimes it looks like telling the truth about someone you deeply loved and loving them still. This is Shadow Work Sunday, a space where I share what I'm actively working on in case it can help you too, as a guide. So, welcome back, loves, and if you're new, welcome. Remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always use your own discernment because you are your best guide. Today, I'm doing something a little more personal. Now, all my letters have been personal, but this time I'm writing a letter to my Nana. So here goes. Dear Nana, I still don't really know where to begin with you because you weren't just my grandma, you were my home. You were my best friend growing up. You were the mother my mother couldn't be. You took in all of us, even though some of them weren't even your bio grandkids. You put up with my addict parents and everything that entailed, and I know it was never easy. You raised me like I was your daughter, and I have never questioned your love for me. I know I was deeply loved by you. I always knew that. In fact, I knew it so clearly that I also knew it upset other people. I was your favorite, and it was very obvious. You caught heat for loving me the way you did, but you never made me feel like I had to earn it. You were the glue in our family, the safe place, the one who sang to us, who prayed with me every night before bed, who showed me what affection actually feels like. And I see how much of me is you. My affectionate side, my musical side, the parts of me that know how to love deeply, warmly, and fully, those were nurtured by you. You've always been my lighthouse, and you still are. And I want to be completely honest because truth belongs here too. Like I said, it was never your love I questioned, but some of your motives I did. Some of your actions, some of the decisions that even now still don't fully make sense to me. And I think part of me was afraid or felt guilty to even question anything because you gave so much. There are things I may never understand, like why I wasn't protected more in certain ways or why some people were allowed to stay when they should have been put out. But as an adult, I see you more clearly now. I know for sure you loved me. I'm sure you had your reasons, even if I'll never fully know them. Maybe that's part of the grief too. Not just missing someone, but continuing to understand them differently as you grow. And I have to say this too. I thought I had worked through all the guilt I carried around losing you, around what more I could have done, around not being there as much as you wanted me to be, but I realized some of it still lives in me. I was young, I was working, and I was in denial about how bad things really were because I didn't want you to die. I didn't want to accept how sick you were. And it was really hard to see you like that. When he put you in a home the first time, I fought to get you out because I didn't want you there. You had family, you had me, and I cared for you on multiple occasions, and I wanted so badly for you to be cared for at home, where you belonged. But eventually, I knew you needed more care than I could give you. I was still a teen. I was not qualified, no matter how much I loved you. And that really hurt, especially because I know it hurt you too. I still remember you crying and saying you wanted me to do it. That memory still catches in my chest because I wanted to be enough. I wanted love to be enough. But sometimes love is not the same thing as being able. So to the part of me still carrying that guilt, this is me laying it down. Because I did love you. I did fight for you. I did show up for you. And I did the best I could with what I had, with what I knew, and with how young I was. And one thing I will always hold on to is this: you did not die alone. You were always afraid of that. You said it all the time, and you didn't. I was there by your side when you took your final breaths. I told you it was okay to go, and I watched the tears stream down your face, so I know you heard me even though you couldn't respond. That matters more to me than I can put into words. I still think of you every day. I still talk to you. And I'm so glad we've continued our connection even after your passing. Death did not end our relationship. It changed it, but it did not end it. And while I know not everything you taught me or did was perfect, what parent is, there are so many things you instilled in me that made me the woman I am today. For that, I am so grateful. I truly believe that without you, my life would have looked very different. I believe I would have ended up in foster care if it weren't for you. You gave me more than love. You gave me stability, comfort, music, prayer, tenderness, and something solid to stand on in a life that wasn't stable or solid at all. You loved me in a way I could feel, and that mattered. It still matters. I love you, Nana. Thank you for taking us in when you didn't have to, for raising me, for loving me. Thank you for being my lighthouse. Always your little mommy, no matter what. So that was my letter. If this resonated with you, know that you're not alone in your grief. And feel free to support the sanctuary in any way that you feel called. All of the information is below. Everything is appreciated, and it keeps our sanctuary alive and going. As always, sending you light, love, and healing, and I hope this helped.